That's the ball python.
Oh yeah.
Good?
Yep.
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right.
I think so.
It's Cassie's fault if it ain't right.
It is Cassie's fault. It's always Cassie's fault. Cassie's your fault. Hashtag Cassie's fault.
There you go.
All right. What we doing?
All right. So we got a special guest, and it's not Eric Walsh.
It is not Eric Walsh.
Anyway, sorry, we have two special guests. I forgot. I can't count today. We've talked enough bull today to my head's.
We could have been filming for the past 3 hours, and we totally forgot to pick up camera.
But anyway, without further ado, our good friend Lance Everett and our other
Lance.
good friend Robert Hughes.
Robert Hughes.
They are from the Savannah, South Carolina, Bluffton, Rincon area. So Lance's business is First Class Pythons.
Yes.
And Robert's is Pippin Balls.
Pippin Balls. Yep.
Pippin Balls.
Pippin
That's
Balls.
a great name.
So, Robert is, I guess, I don't remember which one of y'all I met first. I think I met Robert first.
I don't know. We've known each other since 16 or 15.
It's been a while. Anyway, I don't remember who I met first, but I know both these cats. I've known them for a long time. So, Robert deals with breeding a lot of rats for our local people, and he has some really cool.
That's a good man to know right there.
Yep, always.
Rat man.
Rat.
just getting into the ball python breeding.
Yeah.
About my third year going into it.
I mean, you got to do something when you got extra rats. Might as well get some ball
where the money's
pythons.
at,
That's
actually.
right.
Yeah, definitely money in there.
Get out of snakes and breed rats. That's the money. I'll tell you that right now.
Tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you want to make money? Breed rats.
Yep.
I'll set up rat racks at your house to breed. I'll give you the stuff to do it. Just breed rats. So, but anyway, nobody ever wants to do it. I mean,
No.
seriously, nobody
wants to do it on a large scale.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. Maybe
I'm
one
slowly working there.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has any more, rodents than what I have. And if somebody was in the situation to not want to deal with snakes and just have the same amount of rodents that I have, I mean, you could easily make, I don't know, $1,000, $1,200 a week.
Yeah, easy.
You hear that, people? $1,000, $1,200 a week.
Yeah, and work 2 days.
I spent 20-something thousand alone on rodents a year.
That's right.
Yep.
So
Y'all.
that's where the money's
That's
at.
one guy.
That's just me.
That's where the money's at.
Yep. But,
Just saying.
Anyway,
By the way, if you need any rats, just call Craig. No, I'm joking.
Craig don't have rats.
I ain't got no rats.
Craig's rats.
Anyway, Lance is over in South Carolina, and he does not breed rats. Obviously, he has to buy his. And how many snakes do you have?
I don't count, man. I don't count.
I don't know. It's like
400 something. I don't
It's
really.
about the same
Wow.
size collection that we have here. So
You know,
pretty
you
close.
start counting, you just start
Yeah, I don't-
getting sick in the stomach.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck. How
um,
many animals do I have to feed this week?
All of them.
so what's really cool is Lance, and I've watched him do this because some of your first snakes were what year?
16, 15.
16. So
Started doing ball pythons, yeah, 15, 16.
I've watched Lance create his whole collection from scratch. He didn't buy everything from me. Actually, probably hadn't bought very much from me at all. But I've watched him progress in his business and what he creates. And what's really cool is the fact that kind of like what I did with Blackhead, nobody really cared about that gene very much, and it kind of got put to the side. And I did a lot of things that helped get it back on the market. I'm not the sole promoter of Blackhead. There are a bunch of people that work with it, but I helped get that going. Lance has done the same thing with Red Xanthic and HRA, which is het Red Xanthic. So
Is it really het for anything?
No.
And now you know.
So he's actually, before we get
There's
into
a bunch of heads in it though.
before we get into his animals, because he's brought something to show off. First of all, I want to say he's brought something that impresses me, and it even involves clown. And y'all know.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's impressive. So y'all stay tuned to see that. But let's talk about what Het Red and Red Xanthic are. So the back history on Red Xanthic was that somebody had created this mutation, and they thought that it was a recessive gene, and they called it Red Xanthic. Later, as they realized that it was not a recessive, they had already made these hits from the Red Xanthic.
Yep.
So that's where your Het Red. It's one of the most confusing names in the freaking industry.
So it just got backwards on it.
Well, they thought it was recessive because when they bred that recessive animal to a normal, they made all the same looking animals that look normal like. So they just called them Het Reds for being Het Red or Het of the Red Xanthic.
Kind of like Baconator and Son of Baconator. I got it, yeah. It's nothing like that. I'm just hungry again. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
So
Go.
anyway, and those animals were considered Het Reds, but when it took a long time to figure it out for them, and I wish I remember the people's name that started, but
Corey Woods.
Corey, yeah, that's
See, you know things.
so
I do.
You learn.
Lance needs to tell the story, not me.
I got a little bit of education.
He's from South Carolina, but he's kind of smart.
Home of the Slaw Dog.
Oh gosh, Georgia people.
So those animals that they thought were actually Het Reds, they are Het Reds, but they weren't recessive hets. So those hets actually kept going down the line, and then they realized that, oh crap, it's not recessive, and they just didn't want to change the name. So you end up with a super version of the Het Red Xanthic, which is called a Red Xanthic, and then the non-super versions are Het Red Xanthics, but they don't have anything to do with recessive. So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
did
Big
I,
confusion.
did I,
Just confused us. Bunch
Yeah.
of-
did I,
Well, people have been confused anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Believe me.
I hope you're not confused if you heard that, but if you are, you probably want to rewind and watch this again, because we're really going to confuse you when we start looking at
It
this.
makes sense, but it doesn't.
What's really going to confuse people is that I'm in the works of making Red Xanthic Xanthics.
Oh. So would that be a pink Xanthic?
So HRA Xanthics, and I'm really going to throw people off.
Yeah.
They're going to be really confused.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
Because then they're going to be hets.
I
I'm going to
lo-
have hets. So
I
I'm going to have
love it.
HRA Het Xanthics, and people are like, excuse me, what?
It's Het Red Xanthic, Het Xanthics.
I love it.
So anyway, yeah, it's quite confusing, and unfortunately, that's just what it is. But it is what it is. The other cool thing about Lance is he uses the same line of Xanthic that we use, the real Xanthic, not Het Red Xanthic, which is the Joloff line Xanthic. So we get to play off each other a lot on some of those projects. All right, so while they're gathering a bunch of snakes together, he brought like 20. We're not showing 20, and I'll go ahead and tell you this is gonna be a part 1 and part 2 because it's already probably long and we haven't even started showing snake shit. But while they're waiting, let me show you something. I have a Het Red available. So let me go ahead and show you mine so that you'll forget about it by the end of time, and you'll go buy stuff from him and not me. So this is banana Onyx, which is black pastel and Het Red Xanthic, and then obviously it's banana too. So really cool. So what we need to understand also, and you'll see a lot of this once we get into some of the stuff that Lance brought, is Het Red is actually in the black pastel and cinnamon allelic complex. So that's why you get a crazy looking animal from the black pastel and the Het Red, and that is going to make it a super as well. So this particular animal will always have black pastel or Het Red in all the babies. So again, very confusing, but it's just the way it is.
Oh man, it makes sense now.
Hopefully. Anyway, let's see some even cooler stuff. What we got?
Just going to start off with a Red Xanthic.
Yep.
So this is the super form of an HRA.
This is what they thought was the original recessive,
Yes.
but it is not. Hence the name Het Red Xanthics. But this would be your super version. So no matter what you breed this animal to, everything's Het Red.
Yes.
So, and that Het Red will continue to pass down onto its babies. So really cool. You get to see the super version. Did you bring Onyx too?
I do. This is simple 2-gene combo. Well, technically 3.
So this is definitely more than 2 genes. One's obviously clown. So what we got here?
A black pastel HRA. So an Onyx clown.
Gotcha.
Het Pied.
That's cool. So let me pull this one back out for a second because I want to bring up something about their pattern. Look at how the Red Xanthic, take away the banana here. Don't try not to look at the banana part of this, but look how similar the black pastel Het Red pattern is to the Red Xanthic. There's not a huge difference in the way these animals look other than the banana part of that.
Yeah.
But the super Het Red, which is the Red Xanthic, you get a little bit more, side pattern than what you get with the black pastel. So just wanted to show that for reference. Very similar, but the Red Xanthic is to me a little bit nicer than the black pastel Het Red. So want to bring that up before we get too far.
And we have more?
We have more.
Okay.
There's more.
So this is essentially the same thing as that banana I just showed, minus the banana and add the clown. This is going in my pocket.
Oh, what's that over there? Oh, where'd it go? That's called pulling. That's called pulling the Craig.
Well, we can add another gene to that.
Oh, can we?
Yeah, we can add something to it.
That one's going in my pocket then.
Oh, I didn't pick the right one to put in my pocket.
Wait,
That's why you wait, man. Wait till the end.
Oh, yep. So this one is added Mojave, right?
added Mojave. So an Onyx Mojave clown.
That's dope.
Retarded. Yeah, I don't even like clown, and this is impressive.
It's the side patterns that makes it up. So that's what we were talking about earlier. Is the side patterns gives it that weird, like, jaggedy look that I like. And,
It's great too, and how blown
uh,
out they get.
That's the first time I've seen it in a clown like that.
I think
in
what I like.
person.
I think what I like about these versus normal clowns is the lack of the head stamp. Like I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like clown is the heads. I don't like all that busyness on the head.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know that. I've never really thought about it till I seen these.
But they're just clean looking.
But they're right. I mean,
Yeah.
the dorsal is like. It doesn't really look clown. Like there's not any. I mean, I know it's
clown's
clown.
already like a blackback animal,
Right.
and then HRA itself is a blackback animal.
So I really like how blowed out the back of this is, and then when you get to the side, just like
It's got them Ultimate Warrior
Really?
faces on it.
really nice,
There you go.
Yeah.
crazy looking pattern.
Can
So-
we put that somewhere in the video?
We can put
a
what?
little
Can we
Ultimate
do that?
Warrior
Is that-
jumping in
Yeah,
somewhere?
Ultimate Warrior.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
cut
I
in
don't know.
Ultimate Warrior.
Probably copyrighted.
Yeah, probably is.
I'm not a big clown guy, but these are impressive.
I'm telling you, man, there's something about every gene when you stick it with something else that you're gonna find something you like about it.
Right.
You're gonna
Alright,
take this
so
guy away.
All right,
I'm going to show you guys something. This is with something a gene I don't really like. I have a lot of it in my collection, but I try
I mean,
not to make too much of it.
I mean, me and Bobby will take it.
But would you ever guess that this is all these plus pastel? So a pastel Mojave Onyx clown.
Pastel Mojave Onyx clown. It's pretty.
So you
It
actually
is. I
got-
actually like it with the pastel.
So you
in
got
it.
the Onyx, the Mojave Onyx, and then the pastel Mojave Onyx.
How
Oh.
subtle little changes.
And this one's just crazy because you can see the side pattern so blown
Yep.
out. Look at that.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Even more so. I mean, that's just the pastel and they're working
Yep.
compared to not having it.
See, I like the side patterns, but I think this animal is going to be more brown.
It will be. And, we'll have to work on it. Maybe some Desert Ghost.
Yep. Oh, Desert Ghost.
Blackhead.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back the darkness a little.
Yep. Yeah, that's it, man. It's like all it is stepping stones.
Yep.
It's all stepping. I mean, all you had a dream and a vision for Het Red, and you just started put it to work. And years of using that gene and doing what you wanted to do to it has made you something that it's kind of a little niche.
It
There
is.
you go. You followed your own path.
Exactly.
Definitely is.
This is
and
why I
love
really
working with
like highlighting people that do this, because you've put in the freaking time. You didn't go buy this from somebody. You had a dream and you followed it, and now look.
Yep.
Now you've got a great looking animal, and then you still have places you can take
Oh
it.
yeah, so much to do. This is nothing. Big plans. I mean, I'm putting it into everything. I have double hets and triple hets of it already. I mean, it's just time. Just time. As time goes on, I'm gonna be putting out even more and more stuff like this.
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
I like it. I told him I was making him YouTube famous. He didn't know.
He is YouTube famous.
He didn't believe me.
Shoot, I took a picture with him. Most people, I charge $100 to do that shit. You know? It's on Facebook. Y'all
I'm
go
sure
like
you'll probably get me in the parking lot.
Oh, trying to escape.
All right, so we're gonna add. We're gonna do another simple combination here that not a lot of people have done, but this is actually one of the combos that's made me fall in love with the HRA gene itself. This is a gargoyle clown.
And I learned today what a gargoyle is. And for those who don't know, what's a gargoyle?
Cinnamon HRA.
Remember that, guys. You got a cinnamon, you got an HRA, you can make a gargle. A gargle.
Gargle.
Yeah.
So the only difference between the gargoyle and the onyx is one's cinnamon,
One's black pastel. Yep. I do like them both. Just depends on which way you want to go.
So for reference, this would be the black pastel
Yes.
het red clown. This would be cinnamon het red clown. So that's your comparison really between black pastel and cinnamon. Yeah, I'm like you. It's like
one of them's got a nice outline, where the other one has a nice fader.
Yeah,
Am I seeing that right through the screen? Okay.
I could
say how
Yeah.
much more like grainy this may
Grainy,
be, like
thank
seeing it in person. I mean, the whole body compared to this.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really
All
know
your
which one
animals
I like.
are happy. That's what I like to see.
They want to go see Craig.
They do. All the animals do.
I think I'll probably have to favor the black pastel, but it's not by much. I think just because it's a little bit darker. But this animal's also younger too, so.
Now imagine when I put them together and we do a 8-ball.
What's snake ball?
Black
Black pastel and cinnamon.
Okay, so
it's
now
going to be a solid black snake, and you're not going to see clown.
You think?
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Let's make bets on it right now.
We'll find out.
So only one way to check it.
That's it. You got to make it. Got to
That's
make
right.
it to see what happens. Well, we're gonna have some HRA in there, of course. So maybe Red
Absolutely.
Xanthic, 8-ball clowns.
I like it.
I like it.
I don't. I'm saying it. I'm saying it here.
He don't like it because he's a clown.
We'll see you in 2 years, Tony. Put it in your pocket.
Pocketing it.
Oh.
I got my bodyguard with me. All right, and then these are for a future
There's
project.
so many snakes. I don't know where we're at.
This is.
Put that one up.
Yeah.
He's out of here. Or she's out of there.
All right, so we're on to the ones right here. Okay.
Yeah, so this is a project I'm working on. Also using HRA. These are gargoyle clowns. This is a regular gargoyle, HRA cinnamon. I said clown, it's not
That's
a clown. And a pastel gargoyle.
So this is no.
Nope, we took it away.
Flip.
Nope, we took it away.
Take it away. He was too.
Oh,
long.
because it's cinnamon.
Yeah,
Cinnamon.
it's cinnamon.
Gotcha.
It's cinnamon.
So cinnamon, het red.
That's the clown gargoyle.
Yep.
That's the non
Gotcha.
clown.
So that's just a regular gargoyle.
Correct.
Got it. All right.
However, it is a triple het, or a possible triple
Oh
het.
my goodness gracious.
It's het clown, het genetic stripe, possible het pied.
Hit Red Xanthic.
And she's also the matching thing.
This one has pastel.
And this one has pastel. Now I have at home, I have 4 gene triple hets. Also the same thing, adding Mojave and other things in.
Gotcha.
Man,
But these two,
he's got 4 gene triple changers, y'all.
like I said, I'm working on it.
You
So
working on it,
we're
man.
going G stripe clown.
I bet you're
pied,
bad.
hypo.
Bet you bad in Pokemon too, ain't you? You know what I mean?
Dude, don't get me. I collect everything. I catch them all.
That's right.
And then, what started the whole thing, the first project, where I had to get to start everything was breeding. You have your hets. You have to make your hets. So you start off with 2 HRA hets that are het clown. And the first goal was to get to this. which I did a couple years ago. So this is what I believe to be at the time the world's first Red Xanthic clown.
Oh wow.
Who's world's first?
World's
Yes,
first.
I did. I know I'm going to get a lot of stuff on the internet about that.
The first timer.
The first timer, but
Okay.
you know, so I believe I also made the second one in the world too.
The world's
Not
second.
possible.
He's also proved to be 100% Het Pied.
Wow.
I would have brought a younger one to match the size of the rest, but
It's okay. At least now we get to see what they're gonna.
the younger one is in Thailand right now because I'm trying to Red Xanthic the world.
There you go. There you go.
I'm really noticing something here. It's a lot of gray.
It is a lot of gray.
I like it.
Just think what it's going to look like in Xanthic. A full Xanthic version.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what you're doing here.
Right?
But wait, there's more.
There's more. So to prove, when I proved out this Red Xanthic to be a Het Pied, here's how I know. Because this is what I believe is a HRA Pied.
I'm starting.
100% Het Clown.
I'm starting to think you're just pulling out random snakes. But as I see them, I realize that you're not.
This is just like a big table of gray and brown.
It's all right. With one white snake.
With the ones. Always got to be one.
Always
But I like
gotta
it.
be one. So let's talk about this pied for a second. Yeah, let's put all this stuff up and talk about the pied. Het Red Pied. I like it. I need it. So
Can't have this one, sorry.
you in my house. I'm just kidding.
Good thing I wore my cargo pants today.
So, all right. So, like I said a little while ago, Het Red is actually in the black pastel cinnamon complex. So, we're not surprised to see a high white
No. Not at
pie
all.
because it's in that complex. Unfortunate, you know, that I'd like to have a little bit more pattern, but I could see a lot of stepping stones with this. So, you add blackhead, inchy, pinstripe.
Yeah, all in the plans.
Those
All in the
could
plans.
those could really amp that up. So, not exactly your finished product here, just another stepping
Another
stone.
stepping stone. Gotta
So-
take them.
But I really like this. Also, what I like about it is the color. Like the head color is much different than your black pastel and your cinnamon. Well, I got one right here. I'll show it.
Dude, he's got one of everything.
I don't have one of these Het Reds, but look how much darker the head. Of course, this is an older snake, but it's not that much older. But look how much darker the black pastel pied is than the Het Red. So very cool. I like that.
Actually, kind of deceiving
that
too
stuff.
on this is the lightness of the head. You would swear this animal has pastel in it by
Yeah.
how light the head is.
Yep.
But there is no pastel in the pairing.
Yep. That's cool.
You got some cool snakes.
I dig
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Trying.
Next up.
Next up. We're done with HRAs. That's all I brought.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That was the episode
I
of
could've-
HRAs.
I could have brought more, but things are in shed. I got all types of stuff at home.
Be out! Thanks for watching Hardwired Exotics and make sure you subscribe.